It begins with something so small, you wouldn't even notice it. A $2 charge on your bank statement. A subscription you didn't remember signing up for. A service you never actually used. Most people shrug. Maybe it's their fault. Maybe they just forgot. But what if I told you those tiny charges are part of one of the largest scams in history? A scam that has siphoned billions of dollars out of ordinary people's pockets. Quietly, invisibly. And you might already be a victim. This isn't a story about hackers in hoodies or some dramatic bank heist. It's about something far more insidious. A shadow economy built on the fine print we never read, the buttons we forget to uncheck, the trials we forget to cancel. And the genius, or the cruelty, of it, is that it hides in plain sight. The trick has a name. In the tech industry, they call them dark patterns. Design choices in apps and websites that don't help you. They trap you. A free trial that quietly turns into a monthly fee. A subscription that requires 6 different steps to cancel. An unsubscribe button hidden under layers of menus that no normal person would ever find. One former designer I spoke to told me this. We weren't building websites. We were building mazes. And every maze had one exit. Your credit card. It sounds almost harmless at first. A few dollars here, a few dollars there. But multiply that across hundreds of millions of people, across thousands of companies, across years. And suddenly, you have a scam so large, it doesn't feel like theft anymore. It feels like the system. To see how it works, let's take you into a boardroom in Silicon Valley. It's 2012. A startup is struggling to make money. Their app has millions of users, but nobody is paying. Investors are getting nervous. Then someone suggests a simple idea. Offer a free trial. But here's the trick. Require a credit card upfront. Most people won't bother to cancel. It works. Revenue skyrockets. Soon, other companies notice. Then bigger companies copy it. And suddenly, the entire internet is designed not to you, but to catch you. Streaming services, fitness apps, online courses, even charities, all quietly leaning on the same psychology. Our laziness, our forgetfulness, our trust. But here's the darker part. Many of these companies didn't just hope you forgot, they engineered it. They hired behavioral scientists. They tested colors, fonts, and button placements. They literally studied the human brain to figure out the easiest way to confuse it. Canceling wasn't supposed to be hard by accident. It was hard on purpose. One leaked document from a subscription giant admitted that the majority of their profits came from what they called accidental renewals. Accidental. As in, you didn't choose. You didn't even know. Now, this is the moment you might be thinking, well, it's just business. People should pay more attention. But step back for a second. If a stranger tricked an elderly person into signing a paper they didn't understand, and then quietly drained their bank account, we'd call it exploitation. But when a billion-dollar company does it with sleek design and friendly colors, we call it growth. And the victims aren't just careless people. They're kids who clicked on a free trial. They're single parents juggling 3 jobs who forgot to cancel a subscription buried under emails. They're the elderly, who don't even know how to navigate the hidden menus designed to stop them. This isn't about personal responsibility. It's about power. So, who allowed this? The uncomfortable truth is, regulators were slow to react. For years, governments didn't see these tricks as crimes. They saw them as clever marketing. It wasn't until millions of complaints piled up that agencies in the US and Europe began to crack down. Even then, the fines were tiny compared to the profits. In 2021, a single subscription platform was forced to pay $60 million in refunds. But here's the thing. By then, they had already made billions using the exact same tactics. For them, the fine was just a cost of doing business. But perhaps the most disturbing part of this story is how ordinary it has become. You live in a world where people are more afraid of forgetting a subscription than of being robbed on the street. Think about that. Robbery happens once, in a moment of violence. This scam, it happens every month, quietly, without anyone ever raising their voice. A billion-dollar crime hidden inside routine. And yet, there's another twist. Some of the same people who designed these traps eventually spoke out. One former product manager admitted, "We knew what we were doing. We called them roach motels. Easy to get in, impossible to get out. But over time, I couldn't sleep. Because I realized I wasn't just scamming strangers. I was scamming my mom, my friends, myself." That's the part that chills me. This isn't a scam happening out there. It's happening here. To all of us. Underscore. So where does that leave us? In the last few years, new laws have tried to fight back. Some countries now require companies to make cancellation as easy as sign up. But the scam isn't gone. It just mutates. One day it's subscriptions. The next, it's hidden fees. Tomorrow, it might be invisible microcharges buried in the fine print of your digital life. Because at the heart of this isn't technology. It's psychology. The eternal tug-of-war between human trust and corporate temptation. Underscore. And maybe, that's the real scam no one saw coming. Not just the billions stolen through invisible subscriptions, but the way we've accepted it. The way we've let ourselves be trained to expect exploitation as part of life. Because when theft becomes ordinary, when manipulation becomes normal, the line between crime and business dissolves. And that, perhaps, is the greatest trick of all. Underscore. So tonight, when you scroll through your phone, or glance at your bank statement, or wonder why your balance feels just a little smaller than it should, remember this. The billion-dollar scam isn't somewhere far away. It's already in your pocket. It's already in your inbox. And the only question left is, how much have they already taken from you, without you ever knowing?